Imagine your favorite food vlogger takes you on a journey through a bustling local hawker center, and suddenly, he's joined by none other than Singapore's Minister for National Development. Not your typical food vlog, right? Well, that's exactly what happened when YouTuber Ghib Ojisan brought on Desmond Lee for a special walkthrough of Boon Lay. This is not just about food and sightseeing, it's about understanding the essence of community, government initiatives, and the future of Singapore's neighborhoods. In this latest episode of Ghib Ojisan's vlog, the Japanese content creator, who now calls Singapore home, takes us on a journey exploring Boon Lay's culture, food, and, unexpectedly, its community development with a political twist. While at first glance, it might look like another charming food and neighborhood tour, what really sets this video apart is the appearance of a special guest around the 5:41 mark, none other than Desmond Lee, the Member of Parliament for West Coast GRC and Minister for National Development. Lee, who is also the Minister in charge of Social Services Integration, took the opportunity to guide Ghib through Boon Lay, highlighting ongoing community initiatives and the unique features of the area. It's not every day that you see a minister casually taking a stroll in a YouTube vlog, discussing how the Boon Lay shopping centre has transformed into a silver zone, a vital part of the Land Transport Authority's efforts to ensure safety for elderly citizens. Imagine transforming a shopping area into something specially designed for the needs of seniors. It's an element that is as functional as it is thoughtful. What do you think of such efforts to make the community safer for older citizens? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. As the video continues, Ghib and Desmond Lee also visit Boon Lay Glade, a residential project with a difference. The unique design of the Housing and Development Board (HDB) flats, which incorporates elements that preserve Boon Lay's historical features, stood out to both the vlogger and the audience. This blending of history with modern infrastructure shows how Singapore is carefully balancing progress while paying homage to its roots, and would love to hear your views on how successful they've been. Do you think the balance between modernization and heritage preservation is just right in Singapore? Drop your comments and let us know. But that's not all. The video moves to BLK 176 Boon Lay Drive, where Desmond Lee introduces the government's Comlink Plus initiative. This initiative focuses on helping families who are struggling, especially those in rental flats, to improve their living situations. It's fascinating to see this direct engagement with the community, and Ghib's curiosity about how these efforts are changing lives makes it even more relatable. At one point, they visit Takut Kids Club, one of the Comlink Plus partners, a grassroots initiative designed to support children with a safe and nurturing environment. Here, you see children learning essential life skills, like preparing healthy meals in a community kitchen, making it a space for growth and social interaction. For viewers familiar with Ghib's channel, this isn't the first time we've seen a prominent politician appear in his videos. Just earlier this year, in April 2024, Ghib coincidentally ran into Dr. Janil Puthucheary, Senior Minister of State for Health, during his tour of Punggol. The two engaged in a casual conversation where Dr. Janil showed him around, painting a vivid picture of the area's development and challenges. What we're seeing here is more than just vlogs. It's a concerted effort by the government to use social media platforms to connect directly with citizens, especially as we head towards the upcoming general election. The People's Action Party, PAP, has embraced influencer marketing, and not just with Ghib Ojisan. Food blogger Maureen O from the Ms. Tam Chiak channel has also been busy featuring several PAP ministers and MPs in her videos, introducing audiences to Singapore's food culture while subtly engaging with political leaders. But there's another layer to this story: the role of influencers in politics and the authenticity of their involvement. The #Refresh PAP initiative launched by the ruling party this year focuses on strengthening community ties, and part of that effort involves roping in popular figures to help communicate their message. Yet, it hasn't been without its controversies. There are growing concerns about whether these influencers, especially those initially seen as apolitical, can authentically engage with important topics like the rising cost of living or the impact of government policies on ordinary Singaporeans. There's an interesting moment here to consider: can influencers really balance their neutral, often light-hearted content with such serious discussions? Let us know what you think. Should influencers play such an active role in politics, and can they help bridge the gap between the government and the people, or does it risk blurring the lines too much? Interestingly, It has also come to light that the government is paying some of these influencers. According to Tan Kiat Hao, Senior Minister of State for Communications and Information, the government pays influencers when it aligns with broader communication strategies. This raises the question, should there be stricter guidelines to ensure transparency in such collaborations? Mr. Tan did confirm that influencers would be required to openly declare their sponsorships. But does this declaration really solve the problem of perceived bias? The involvement of social media influencers in politics is something that is set to grow as we move further into the digital age. Whether it's showcasing community initiatives, supporting struggling families, or highlighting food culture, the reach that these influencers have is undeniable. But how effective is this strategy? Should the government rely more on these platforms, or are traditional forms of engagement still more trustworthy and effective? We'd love to hear your opinions on these questions. Is this the future of political engagement in Singapore, or should there be boundaries between social media content and politics? Let us know in the comments. Remember, if you enjoyed this in-depth coverage, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel 2230 for more stories that matter to you, and click the bell icon so you'll always know when our latest video drops. Your support means the world to us, and we value your input, so keep those comments coming.